Hi everyone, I'm Dick Beardsley with Dick Beardsley Fishing Guide Service, and it's time now for our weekly Visit Bemidji Area Fishing Report. Well folks, can you believe it? We're into the first week of August already. I'm telling you, if you live around the Bemidji area or visiting here, once you get past the 4th of July, my goodness, the summer just flies by. Well today folks, we're going to show you a little bit of a technique called a drop shot rig. Now many of you may have heard of that rig, many of you may have not. And it's a pretty neat way to present your bait, mainly for bass, but it also can work very, very well for walleyes also at certain times of the year. Now, what we're using today is a small 4-inch plastic worm, but like for walleyes, sometimes we'll put a live shiner on there or a leech, and that works good too. Then, so this hook, it keeps vertical on that line, and you can tie it like that, or you can buy pre-tied ones for the drop shot. Then you've got a trailing piece of line with I've got a 1/8 ounce weight on the bottom there. And so when that weight hits the bottom, it stops. And then this bait is about 8 to 10 inches off the bottom, right in that strike zone for those fish. And that worm or whatever you're using for your bait just tantalizes those fish. So we're gonna see what we can catch on a drop shot. All right, folks, we're gonna give this drop shot a try right now. And when you cast that out, you want it to get down to the bottom, and then sometimes just letting it sit there. With that bait, 8 to 10 inches off the bottom, that bait is just tantalizing to those fish. And then you don't jig it like a jigging, like a jig that you're fishing for walleyes or a tube jig for bass. Sometimes you just take that into that rod tip and you just shake it a little bit, and it makes that bait just quiver. Give it a good hook set. There's one right there. Not a giant, but it's a fish. Come on, mister. There he's coming. I'm just gonna wing him in the boat here. He's not super big. Whoa, there we go. Hey, folks, how about that? A largemouth bass on a drop shot rig. And folks, hey, the other fishing, walleye bite's still pretty tough right now. You can get them, but you gotta work at them hard, that's for sure. That'll only get better though as we get into mid-August. Crappies and bluegills are still setting up out on those deep cabbage areas, and you'll catch a lot of them if you can find the right school. And the bass fishing, both largemouth and smallmouth, has been phenomenal. In fact, speaking of smallmouth, my camera person Brady this morning, before we started shooting the show, he had a giant, and I mean giant, smallmouth bass on. The biggest one I've had in the boat this year was 21 inches. This one was bigger than that. So man, it's a great time to be in the Bemidji area catching some nice fish. Please remember to practice selective harvesting. By doing so, we'll continue to have great fishing for years to come. I'm Dick Beardsley with Dick Beardsley Fishing Guide Service. Have a safe, fun time on the water.